Dear students, today we will learn about the sixth chapter for class 6, and it is chapter 6. We will learn about this story Oliver finds happiness. Oliver finds happiness. This is the title of the story. Now, इस स्टोरी के बारे में हम लोग आज सीखेंगे. Okay? So this is a short story, and in this short story, the narrator will narrate the whole description into very systematic and very technical. Now in this story, we find a boy and his name is Oliver. 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 This young boy was caught up in doing robbery. So what we find here? Young boy, उसका नाम क्या था? Oliver. Okay. So Oliver was caught up in doing robbery. Robbery means what you know? Thief. Kind of thief means stealing one's equipments, anything, or stealing one's property. Now Mrs. Maylie's house, this innocent boy was kept when this Oliver was caught up. Okay, he was taken to Miley's house, but they found this boy very much innocent looking, and his life was miserable. What do you mean by miserable? Means very sad life, very much sympathetic, very poor condition. Okay, and he was also wounded. Wounded means what? He was injured. And then doctor came. We will come to know the doctor's name later. Okay, then the doctor came. Doctor came to treat this wounded boy. His name is Oliver. So doctor came to treat him. Okay, so as the doctor was giving treatment, okay, so doctor said it will take 1 to 2 weeks to get cure of his wounds. Okay, जो wound हुआ उसका शरीर में. Okay, the boy was in Giles' room. Who is this Giles? Giles is the servant, a trustworthy servant. Trustworthy servant. Okay, trustworthy servant. Now, Mrs. Maylie and Rose found that boy was asleep. No, boy was sleeping because who is this boy? Oliver. Because he was wounded, he was injured, and they thought that this boy may not be the wicked thief. What do you mean by wicked? Wicked means very much cunning, no? Badmash. Okay, he cannot be wicked thief. So the boy was sleeping like innocent, miserable, and he was in asleep. The boy was in asleep. Okay. Then we find that Miss Rose, okay, the owner of the house, went to see the boy Oliver in Giles' room. The servant's room. In the servant's room, the boy Oliver was kept. Okay. So they went to see, Miss Rose went to see, and she felt pity, she felt kindness, and she gave her gentle care, the mother's care. As you know, Miss Rose thought that this boy is orphan, or the boy is left alone without parents, and gave the mother's care with gentle touch. Okay, and she brushed Oliver's hair. Okay, and then Oliver was in deep sleep and smiled, as if felt very much comforted, felt very much comfortable, felt very much easy, felt very much kindness and gentle touch. And then we find that Miss Rose, Miley, then Doctor, okay, Dr. Losbarno, okay, they went to another room for discussion. Now अभी ये बॉय और लड़कों के साथ क्या करना है, what to do with this, okay, shall we send to the jail prison because he was caught up in robbery? But Miss Rose is telling, no, he looks, Oliver looks very simple, very much innocent, he cannot be a thief, cannot be a robber, cannot be cannot be that kind of person. This is a poor boy. Okay, he's a poor boy. And what to do? And he has no home also. And they agreed not to send to prison. Prison means what? Prison means jail. Jail. Okay, they thought not to send the boy Oliver to prison or jail. But if Oliver is in guilty means fault, okay, if उसका कुछ गलत है तो उसको प्रिजन में सेंड करेगा, और नहीं है तो वो घर में ही रख देगा, ठीक है. So if the boy is in guilty, then only they will send to the prison. But the boy looks so innocent and miserable also. So the boy woke up in the evening. The boy woke up in the evening. And the boy was very much anxious to share his story, his life story. Okay. And then boy shared the miserable life story. Miserable life story. Okay. And by hearing that, Miley, Rose, servant girls, Dr. Losbarno, they cried, they wept. Okay. And then boy shared that he was accidentally wounded while playing with gun. While playing with gun, he was accidentally wounded while playing with gun. Mind it. And he is not a robber, not a thief, not a robber, not a thief, not a bad person. He is a poor boy. Poor boy. Okay. And when the boy said about his miserable life story, okay, very much pathetic life story, they all had love and kindness in their hearts for Oliver. Okay, so love and kindness in their hearts for Oliver. Okay, and then Dr. Losbarno also agreed that we will not send the boy to prison and will keep these things in privacy. Okay, so Dr. Losbarno also loved the boy very much. Okay, then what happened after few days in spring season, Mrs. Miley took the boy to countryside, took the boy in a house in countryside, okay, country, where they have a house in the country. Okay, so Miss Rose and Miss Miley, they carried, okay, and there the boy felt very happy, very much joyful, very much excited, because there was garden, there was flowers, there were fruits, trees, and the boy was filled up with peace and happiness as complete liberation. एकदम मन में पूरा शांत हो गया. And then what? Every morning on gentleman used to come to teach this boy. Who? Oliver. To teach Oliver. Okay. So morning the gentleman used to come to teach, and the gentleman taught to read and write. To whom? To Oliver. Okay. Then we find here, dear students, then we find here that the boy Oliver used to go for a walk with Miley in the morning, and with Miss Rose in the evening. The boy used to go for walk. Who is that boy name? Oliver. Okay. And then we find here they sat. Who? Who sat? Miley, Rose, and Oliver. Oliver. They sat. They talked with each other, and they enjoyed their life. They were happy with each other. Okay. And then we find that Rose, Miss Rose, sang and played piano. Played piano. Okay. And Mary and Oliver used to sit and enjoy the song with music of piano of Miss Rose. Okay, and their life became very much peaceful. So Oliver got a home, Oliver got guardian, Oliver got the peaceful life, and they lived happily and peacefully. Okay, so that's why Oliver finds happiness. Clear? A miserable life to a happy life. So they lived in peace and joy. Thank you, dear students. Learn. I will give you more description, more questions answers of this chapter in details. Okay, stay connected, and questions answer also will be shared in the WhatsApp group. Continue to learn. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Happy learning.